Hey, Bruce Naylor, your Boomer Consumer, and this episode is all about the OneOdio A10 wireless Bluetooth active noise canceling headphones. Now, as a disclaimer, these were sent to me at no cost for review. However, all opinions are my own, and no one has reviewed this video prior to posting. So let's talk about these just a little bit. First off, these sell for around $70 on Amazon. If you're interested, I do have a link in the description down below. Let's talk about what comes with these. So in the box, you're going to get a hard shell case, very nice, by the way, and then you're going to get the headphones themselves, some documentation, and then finally both a USB-C to Type A charging cable, and then a kind of a short 3.5 millimeter wired cable in case you don't want to use Bluetooth using these. So that's what comes in the box. And if I didn't mention this, there is a user guide. Now, let's talk about that user guide for just a minute. Not good. It's strictly a picture-based, and if you're new to setting things like these up with Bluetooth and how to use them, I do believe OneOdio really needs to work on the documentation. Let's talk a little bit about the specs. So they support Bluetooth 5.2, codecs, SBC, which is the lowest form of Bluetooth that you're going to get, AAC, and then also aptics. So there's your codecs on that. The active noise canceling is up to negative 35 dB. There's 2 active noise canceling microphones on board. Comes with 40 millimeter dynamic drivers. And then these are rated at 32 ohms impedance. Frequency response rated between 20 to 40 kilohertz. So yeah, it's got some good frequency response on there. 32 ohms impedance, 50-hour battery life with ANC for watching movies, listening to music. 62 hours if you're just using active noise canceling only. And then if you charge it for 5 minutes, you'll get 2 hours of runtime on there. It takes about 2 full hours to get a complete charge on these. Now, it comes with the transparency mode, in addition to your active noise canceling, and it can be used either wired or wirelessly, and connects up to 2 different Bluetooth devices, and it weighs 295 grams, which works out to about 10.4 ounces. Let's talk about comfort for just a minute. I'm a firm believer that earphones should not only sound good, but they should be comfortable. Now, these weigh 10.4 ounces, 295 grams. I felt that there's a bit too much tension on the frame on here, but, your mileage may vary. The ear pads are nice, soft pleather, as well as on the headband, although the padding is kind of lacking on these for whatever reason. You have a nice steel frame on here, but it's mostly all plastic construction. I felt that after 15, 20 minutes of listening, I needed to just kind of pull these off my ear for a moment or two, just so it kind of cool off. But all in all, they're fairly lightweight, pretty comfortable on the head. Probably not designed for listening for 6-8 hours at a time, but all in all, not bad on the comfort. Okay, let's talk about the controls for just a moment. Left ear cup, you have your active noise canceling switch, as well as your USB-C to Type A charging port. On the right ear cup, you have your volume up, volume down buttons, a multifunction button that your power on, connecting with Bluetooth, answering the phone. So it's a very simple device to use. Too bad in the documentation they didn't actually give you some written instructions. They need to work on that. Okay, let's talk about the sound quality of the A10s. So to give these a fair shake, I did a lot of listening for over a several-day period, movies, music, mostly music. I use Apple Music for that. And here's what I found. These have more of that classic V curve where the bass and the treble is kind of turned way up. And I found the mid-range to be kind of dull and lacking with these. So these are real punchy in the bass, very bright in the highs. Mids kind of on the cool side. But like I said, that classic V curve that people used to set up on a graphic equalizer back in the day. The imaging I kind of felt was on a little bit on the poor side, and there just really wasn't a good center image with these. It was more, you could tell you had music come from the left and the right ear cup as opposed to that kind of centered image in the middle of your head. It just didn't really happen for me with these headphones. Now, as far as using these for telephone calls, Zoom meetings, that kind of thing, they're acceptable. It has 2 microphones, one on each top side of the ear cup. I don't know if you'll be able to see those in the video here or not, but there's one up here and then one on the other side of the ear cup. They're acceptable, but I noticed probably the clarity wasn't as good as what I hope it would be, but still it's usable. That's the main thing. You could definitely use these with Zoom calls or make telephone calls, but it's not great. The microphones definitely, I think, could be improved on here. So let's just talk about some of the pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. First, you got a very attractive price, $70. Good to excellent active noise canceling or cancellation. I always screw up that word. Yeah, it is actually quite good. These will effectively block out a lot of noise. So if you're in a noisy environment and you just want some peace and quiet, hey, for $70, these things are going to do the trick for you and pretty much last all work day long with just active noise canceling turned on. So that's good. The controls are intuitive. It's easy to use, easy to set up. But again, the documentation, well, I can't complain enough about their documentation. Great battery life. You're getting 50 hours continuous playtime, 62 hours they claim just with ANC turned on, 2 hours runtime on a 5-minute charge. So very, very good. You get a nice case with these. They're foldable and they are fairly lightweight. Those are the pros. Cons. Well, the sound quality is okay for music and movies. I just think that kind of misses the mark. I think it could be a little bit better, maybe less of that V curve, a little bit more flatter frequency response out of these. I think there's too much tension on the headband. And like I said, my ears felt very warm after a pretty short period of time. So I think there needs to be some work done in that area. And again, and finally, I hate to hammer this home, but OneOdio, or however your name is pronounced, please work on that documentation. So my final thoughts of this. I would rate these as okay to good, considering the active noise canceling and the price of under $70. But I think for longer listening sessions, or if you're more serious about the quality of the sound, there's probably better options out there on the market. And that is my review of the OneOdio A10 wireless Bluetooth headphones. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.